Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda if you are new here. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I will be sharing 5 recipes, all that are easy and WW friendly that you can just throw in the crock pot, turn on, and then just do your thing and not have to worry about dinner. So I hope you guys enjoy these recipes. Please make sure to check the description box. That is where all of the ingredients and how to make these recipes will be listed, so make sure to check that. And I hope you guys enjoy these recipes. Let's just jump right into this video and start with our first dinner. Alright, I'm going to be making a crock-pot shrimp boil. So I have some large cooked shrimp. I'm going to be using these, and I am just leaving the tails on them. You'll need some kind of turkey sausage. I'm using the butterball turkey sausage, 1 pound of baby red potatoes, and I'm also going to be using some frozen corn. And then all I am using for seasoning is this chipotle roasted garlic from Grill Masters. This is what I'm going to be using, but you could also be using Tony's. Is a really good shrimp boil seasoning if you have that on hand. So I'm just going to cut up my sausage and then literally dump everything into the crock pot and season it and then cook it. I'm going to spray with extra virgin olive oil spray. There we go. It's nice and seasoned up. It looks so good already. And then we're just going to place the lid on and let this cook. Alright, you guys, the shrimp boil is done. It is all ready. I'm going to go ahead and dish some out into my bowl. Get all the juice. It's not for me to say you love. I went ahead and added my roasted garlic seasoning. I'm going to have it with a Diet A&W root beer. And this is a delicious summer crock pot recipe. Alright guys, for meal number 2, we're going to be making barbecue pulled chicken. I have 4 chicken breasts here in the crock pot. And then what you will need for inside of the crock pot: 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm using the Splenda brown sugar blend. I'm going to be using 1 cup of sugar-free maple brown G. Hughes barbecue, 1/3 cup of fat-free Italian dressing, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, some salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and then 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So these are the ingredients you will need. We're going to just dump all of this into the crock pot and then let it cook for about 7 to 8 hours. What's good about this recipe and why you can add so much like higher point things, like the brown sugar is going to be a little bit higher in points, but the chicken is 0 and the G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce is extremely low in points. And we're swapping things out like a regular Italian dressing with fat-free, so that will help the points as well. And this will add so much flavor and it'll be so good. Adding brown sugar to barbecue chicken is, if you haven't tried it, it's amazing. So I definitely don't want to skimp out on this, and I want it to be super tasty, so I enjoy it. So definitely I feel like this is a must. But you don't have to use Splenda brown sugar. If you want to just use regular brown sugar, you totally can. I'm adding the 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, the seasonings, and a little bit of the cornstarch. And cornstarch just is going to thicken this up. And it just thickens the sauce up so it just gets that nice caramelization. And you just need a little bit. So go ahead and just mix that all together. And then we're gonna place the lid on and just let it do its thing. And you can serve this just as is, or you can make barbecue pulled chicken wraps or sandwiches. You could do like a pita, a barbecue pita, which is what I'm gonna be doing with a Joseph's pita wrap. You can do a ranch salad with some pulled barbecue chicken. So I love to have this as like a meal, and I can kind of have this as the base of the protein. All right, now we're just gonna pop the lid on and I'm gonna let this cook. All right, I went ahead and took out the chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and shred it with 2 forks. I'm gonna shred it and then I'm gonna put it back in the crock pot and let it continue to cook. It's pretty much done and cooked all the way through. Now it's just time for the shredded meat to kind of caramelize and get thick with the sauce. So about another hour, I'll probably let it go for. Ooh. All right, you guys, it is done. I love pulled barbecue chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and dish this out in a container, and I will show you what that looks like once I have it all packed away. All right, it made 10 1/2 cups. That's what I'm doing for a serving, because I'm gonna be using this in salads and wraps and sandwiches. So 1/2 cup is the serving that I'm going to be doing, and it makes 10 of those. So there it is, all ready to go into the fridge. And then when I want to make a sandwich or put it on top of like a ranch salad, I can just add the 1/2 cup for a serving. All right, guys, for the next meal, we're gonna be making beef with broccoli. So I have the beef here that I cut into squares and trim the fat. I have some broccoli crowns here. You will need 1/2 of an onion sliced, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, garlic, ginger powder, red pepper chili flakes, and black pepper, 1/2 cup of soy sauce, a tablespoon of Splenda brown sugar, and 1/4 cup beef broth. I will leave the list of everything you need in the description box for this recipe. We're gonna go ahead and just dump everything into the crock pot and let that cook. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my crock pot with olive oil spray. This is a London broil beef. I'm gonna put that in first. I'm gonna add the broccoli, onions. I'm just doing whole garlic. I'm doing 4 cloves of whole garlic. You could mince it up if you like. We're doing 1 tablespoon of Splenda brown sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger powder, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper chili flakes, and some black pepper, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. And this is what thickens this sauce, so it's not super liquefied and runny. You need some cornstarch in there to get it nice and thick. We're doing 1/2 cup of soy sauce, so it doesn't need any salt, and 1/4 cup beef broth. Just give everything a good mix. I'll place the lid on, and we're gonna cook on 4 hours on low. All right, guys, it is done. I'm gonna go ahead and dish it out into its container storage. Get the serving size. All right, you guys, here is the beef with broccoli with white rice under. The sauce is nice and thick, and it's so good. It's salty and sweet. The broccoli's done perfect, and the meat's super tender. So this is my beef with broccoli healthier version. All right, guys, for the next recipe, we're gonna make a rotini ricotta crock-pot meal. I absolutely love ricotta and pasta. Those are like the best combination. So this recipe I'm really excited to share with you guys. All you're gonna need is fat-free ricotta if you can find it. It definitely lowers the points quite a bit. So definitely look for that. You'll need some fresh basil, minced garlic. I'm going to be using reduced fat Italian cheese, and then for the rotini I'm using Protein Plus by Barilla. This is one of my favorite pastas, so that's what I'm going with. And then just any kind of tomato sauce that you prefer. I'm doing this basil and tomato sauce, and then salt and pepper. So that is everything you need. I'm going to show you what to do with the ricotta and how I make that. To a bowl, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese. I'm going to add 1 whole tablespoon of minced garlic. I really like garlic, so I'm adding a lot. Then I'm adding 3 basil leaves directly into the mixture. I just chop them up kind of roughly. Then add some salt and pepper. And there is your ricotta, basil, and garlic mixture. All right, into the crock pot, I'm gonna first add 1 cup of tomato sauce to the bottom of the crock pot. All right, next I'm adding 7 ounces. I'm not cooking all of the pasta, I'm only doing 7 ounces. Enough for a few nights for me and my husband. Then add 1/2 cup of pasta sauce to the top. Next, go ahead and dollop your ricotta cheese. Next, we're going to add 60 grams of the reduced fat Italian cheese to the top. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper to the top of the cheese. And there we go. We're going to just place the lid on and let this cook. Alright guys, it is done. The cheese looks so good. I cannot wait to try this. I'm gonna go ahead and dish it out to show you and then pack it away in some containers. I just did 5 servings, so I pretty much just divided the pasta into 5 portions, and this is one of the portions. I added some fresh basil on top, and there you have it. There is the ricotta rotini pasta. Alright guys, for the next recipe we are going to make a creamy lemon pork chop. So I am using some bone-in thin cut pork chops. So you can use boneless pork chops if you prefer, whichever you like. You will need 2 lemons, a can of 98% fat-free cream of chicken soup, and then some minced garlic, some olive oil spray for the crock pot, and then just salt and pepper. And then what you're going to do first is cook the pork, and then the last 30 minutes of the pork cooking, then you will add the cream of chicken and the lemon. So to the crock pot, I'm going to spray with olive oil spray. Go ahead and add your chopped garlic. I'm going to do 1 whole tablespoon of garlic. And I kind of want to break it apart, so I'm just using my fingers so that all of them get some garlic on them. Then I'm going to take half of a lemon, and I'm going to just squeeze that lemon juice directly into the crock pot on the pork. Go ahead and add the other half of your lemon. So we're going to do 1 whole lemon. The juice of 1 whole lemon. And then save the other lemon towards the end. We're going to add even more lemon. Add some black pepper. salt. And then we're gonna place the lid on, let this cook, and then towards the last 30 minutes of this cooking, we will add the cream of chicken and the additional lemon and let that cook, and it's gonna be nice and creamy and lemony and delicious. Okay, next, we're gonna add the cream of chicken into a bowl first. Go ahead and make a few lemon slices. Next, add the lemon, the other half of lemon juice to the cream of chicken. And then give that a good mix. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drain the liquid from the crock pot. So all this liquid in here, we're going to go ahead and drain that, and then I'll bring it back. Also in the mixture, this cream of chicken, we're going to add a little bit more minced chopped garlic. So another pinch of that into this mixture, just because I personally love garlic and I feel like it needs more, because all of this garlic in here pretty much just cooked down. There we go. So I'm adding more minced garlic, another tablespoon or so. And then next, we are going to pour this mixture over the pork chops. So good. And then we're gonna add some lemon slices to it. Cutting up more lemon slices just because I want lots of lemon slices on it. Last, I'm gonna add a pinch of dried parsley. This is optional, but I love dried parsley, so I think that would be nice with this. So I'm just covering it with some dried parsley. There we go. Then we're going to place the lid back on and cook this for 30 minutes on low. All right, you guys, 30 minutes has been up. And it is done. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. It looks so beautiful. Like, it just looks very pretty. I'm gonna have this probably with some corn and mashed potatoes, or maybe rice. That's another option. You could have this with, if you wanted to keep it really low in points, you could have this with some cauliflower rice and a side of asparagus for a green veggie. But yeah, this is my lemon creamy pork, and we'll go ahead and give a little taste test. This is so good. This is such a good pork recipe and summer recipe. Because usually I don't have pork too much, but it's so nice to change things up on the plan. So I'm going to go ahead and just add it into a container. Of course, you want to spoon out that sauce. So when you go to reheat it, have lots of sauce to smother this with. All right, you guys, here it is in the container. Here's a little close-up. It is so good. I tasted it and it's amazing. Probably one of my favorite pork chops. This and the miso butter are my absolute favorite pork chops. Just packed with flavor, and it's just, this is a really nice summer pork chop because of the lemon. It's very fresh and it's so creamy and it's so good. So yeah, there you go. Alright guys, that is it for this video for the 5 nights of Crock-pot recipes. I hope you guys enjoyed this and want to try them out yourself. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know which recipe looked best to you. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.